How much money are you?
Oh, Lucas, what did you say? I didn't hear you, babe.
I said I did yesterday's stuff.
You did yesterday's stuff? Okay, I just didn't see it saved as a draft yet. Okay, my bad, bud. Let me double check.
Was I supposed to submit it to you?
No, you could have just saved it as a draft. Is that what you did?
Yeah, I still have it just pulled up on Seesaw.
Okay, okay, I see it now. I see it now. It just didn't show me that you'd saved a draft. It didn't give me a notification, but I see it now. So you're good to go.
Okay.
So yeah, so you're ready to just carry on with where we are today. All right, guys, so we are going to pick up right where we left off. So be ready. We're going to listen to Douglas and listen to his directions and what we're going to do next. Mystery Doug.
Mystery Bug in a row.
Are you guys ready, or you just want to waste some more time?
I'm ready.
I don't find it funny, but your recess might be funny if you just sit there. All right. Here's where we were.
Each engineer. Read about your solution to flooding on your engineering sheet. Every engineer has a different way to solve the problem. Then follow instructions 1 through 4 on your sheet. You'll use paper cutouts of your flood solution to show how you'll protect Beachtown.
You're still muted.
Blah. Okay, so what Doug is talking, Jason, stop talking and please let Miss Bab talk. Each engineer does their own job.
I know.
She can cut her, I mean.
There's one to cut it to give it out to everybody.
Is this really worth wasting everybody's time about cutting a piece of paper? Guess who's cutting it now? That's ridiculous. Can you please grow up? Guys, insane that this is what we're fighting about. You are 10 and 11 years old. Disappointed. Ridiculous. Not worth fighting about, guys. All right. Here's what you are going to do. Here's the thing. That isn't even what Doug said to do right now anyway. Guys, come on. What did Doug tell us to do is to read what your job is at the top of your sheet. And then you are going to go ahead, if you haven't already, and cut out your little thingy bobbers. Now, if you're a virtual friend, you're not cutting anything out. You're just going to have to kind of draw. If you're the environmental engineer, you're just going to draw some of this grass stuff that is over here. If you are the seawall person, you're just going to draw some seawalls on there. But you guys are actually going to cut out each seawall, each square. If you're the seawall engineer, don't say you don't know what to do. You have to read the paper. Oh, okay. All right. Now, right now, you're not worried about a budget, okay? You just need to know. Now, look at, because seawall can stop a storm surge, but it won't protect against river flooding. So if you are the seawall person, you are looking at which one is flood from storm surge, and you are trying to prevent storm surge, which is the one that's the stripy line, okay? So where can you put seawalls that will protect the historic homes from storm surge? Some of them only protect from the river, and some of you might protect from both. So you've got to read your little paragraph at the top that says, what's your solution? And then work with your team, put it where you think, and then you're going to talk with your team to make sure that everybody agrees, okay?
Yeah.
All right, do that now.
What's our budget?
I'm not giving you a budget. Right now, you just use as many of them as you need to stop the flooding.
Can I borrow these scissors?
Okay? Yes, you may. Now, fighting team, I am bringing you your things back now. It doesn't matter the budget yet. Right now, use as much of it as you need to save the world. Yes, structural.
Do you have a budget name? Not yet, but we will. We get finished out all the money.
Hang on. Let me see if I have any extra.
Can I have my scissors?
Yep.
Do you have any scissors?
Yep.
All of them, basically. Yeah. The only one that I extra scissors.
I forgot to put all my scissors, but I do have more.
Go get it. I'm going to see
Little baby.
Hey, this is what I got. Oh, yeah.
Not me, I don't know where all my scissors are.
No, you can't. Try to use mine. We get 25 years. Well, if I take it and find it,
Again, right now, you are not worried about money at all. You are just trying to figure out what makes the most sense on where to put seawalls, grasslands, houses on stilts, and levees.
This guy's gonna be.
You what?
This is what happened. So what? Are they protected? So that's they call them the seawalls.
Okay. All right. And so then you would put, where each house that's in trouble, basically, you're gonna put on a stilt. Yeah, any house that you put, on stilts, you're gonna put one of those. Yep.
We should do
Oh, right. We're pretending it's not, that's just the path of where it would go. Anything that's not actually flooded, yeah. You only have 4 seawalls, so make the most of it. There's more scissors back here if you guys need scissors.
Somebody please sign.
Riley, you want to cut these houses out on the dotted line?
Miss Deb.
Yeah.
I wish we had. I had more stuff to go up here.
All right.
Has to be used on seed.
Oh,
Is that all used? I added all. Yeah. 1 million maybe. That's what we use in environment.
Don't worry about your money yet. Just save the world. Save the world. Well, save Beach Town. I don't think we can save the world today, but maybe we can save Beach Town. All right.
Anything we put our minds to.
Okay. Does most everybody have at least some idea where they're going to put everything? You don't have a budget yet. We're not on that step. Right now, I've said don't worry about the money. Use as much as you need right now. We're going to worry about the budget in another step, okay? Right now, I'm pretty sure the next step is that you guys are going to add up as a team how much you would spend. If money was no object, if you had like $1 zillion trillion and see just how much this stuff costs.
That's what I'm doing.
It's ridiculous. Okay, so because I think most of us are ready for the next step. Most of you have stuff on your map now. So let's go ahead and move on.
You know, what is that?
Now that you're an expert on what your type of engineer can do, get your final supplies. Your team needs each of these things.
You're muted.
I'm not giving anybody gummy dots, but I do have those other 2 worksheets that I will pass out to you. Virtual friends, you should have those other worksheets already as well. Okay, So here I go. Give me just a second to pass these out, and then we'll go over the next step.
What should we do about Kaylee's worksheet?
Did you find it?
Miss Deb, you just gave us 4 work.
Work is a Sean,
Yeah, I'm in your search too.
Sean, get over there. All right, you guys might have to work too extra hard.
Oh my God.
So you might want to go ahead and cut hers out and see where Logan's might out.
What's yours?
I'm just gonna give you guys 2 budget sheets, one for each of you. And then here is your.
Miss Bath, we haven't even done this part.
And then each of you gets a budget.
How much do you have? I put this one. How many letters do you have? This one.
Hey, come on. That's what this is, dude. Stop, you're ahead of the game.
I know, but I got me and Parker's already done. I'm gonna have to.
You're gonna have to come on here.
No, I'm getting them mixed up with my.
Each of you needs a budget sheet and then you're ahead of the game.
I need 2. How much is yours? Yay!
All right.
What's the company? Jason already did.
All right, everybody gets one of those, and this week gets to share. All right, class. I'm hitting the next button.
Now you're going to work together as a team to solve Beachtown's problem. Come up with a name for your engineering company and write it on question number 1 on this sheet. Don't spend too long on this. Just spend about 15 seconds to come up with your name. Okay, I'll start a timer.
Virtual friends, you guys can all talk together. Lucas, Grace, everybody, you can all work together today.
But aren't Lucas and Grace doing all 4 of them?
If you want to, you guys can.
Make sure your name is written down. Then go to the next slide.
Okay, if you guys want to, you can divide up, since all 4 of you are here today, who's in charge of which engineering thing.
I've already done 2 of them.
Okay, that's fine.
Me too.
All right, that's fine. Then I mean, if you girls want to keep being a team and decide on your company,
and then Lucas and Grace.
that's fine. That's fine. All right, did everybody get a company name? Honestly, this isn't important. It really doesn't matter. I don't care. So I'm going to the next thing.
The town council had many discussions about how much money they could spend on flood protection. Finally, they decided on a budget of $1 million. Go ahead and write that in question 2 of your budget sheet.
$1 million sounds like a lot of money, right?
We're way over. No, we're way
Is $1 million going to be enough?
We already have now. We're already well over. We're at 3,200,000.
Okay.
Yeah, us too.
Hang on.
How much are these?
So far, it only, guys, I think about like 90% of you are ahead of me. Hang on.
Put your maps on the table so everyone can see them. And make sure your flood solutions are placed where you want them. Now it's time to share your engineering expertise. Each engineer will report on what buildings their flood solutions can protect. Seawall engineer, tell the team about seawalls. If it's helpful, you can use the sentence starters below. If you're working alone, you can skip this step.
So you're going to talk to your team. If you were in charge of seawalls, tell the rest of your team what do seawalls protect from, and then tell them how many seawalls they're using. And on your budget worksheet, you're going to then fill out we're going to use this many seawalls and it will cost this much money. Josie, yeah.
Maybe if we were chatting, can you like make that breakout area and we go into a different thing, but then we're on this call too.
I didn't understand anything she said. Josie, you were super glitchy. I didn't understand anything you just said.
Alright,
It was echoey.
So I was saying maybe we could do like the breakout room and then okay.
Yeah, that would be good.
Macy, we have $1 million right now with these. So one of these. That's Miss Beck, can we have 1.5 million?
All right, Cam and Josie, I made a breakout room for you.
Seawall. How many seawalls did you put up? I guess we can go away. We had to take away an awful lot. We had to take off a lot. How many seawalls did you put up? Oh, but that one's okay. Environmental. This one has
Yes.
Can you put me and Lucas in a breakout room? I can't really hear.
Yeah.
Well, I never did a breakout room. What do I do? Just leave the meeting?
What was that, Lucas?
I said, does it just kick me out and put me in like a breakout room or something, or do I have to leave?
You won't get to leave. I'm going to put you in there with Grace. And you guys can talk to each other. You'll still hear me, I think. You just can talk to each other without us bothering you.
Okay, we can have one more still. We can have one more still and then Miss Maggie, we made the budget. So, yeah, we're at exactly $1 million. We're at 2 million, which is 400,000. Okay, I got these are 300. Wait, this is 300,000. Wait, make sure you use it. That'll be 300. Yeah. Okay, so how many seawalls? But that's all right. And then you guys what happened?
All right.
How long is this? Still,
All right. So I think we're all back.
All right. Anywhere close to done.
Do it. Okay. I wasn't sure where everybody was at, but I figured I'd just pull everybody back together. Okay, guys, we're gonna move on to the next step. Listen up. Here we go.
Walls the seawall engineer has on their map.
You guys did that, right?
Environmental engineer. Levee engineer. Tell the team about
Guys, did you go through all of them?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
We're on our final things that we can get it all together, see how much we have.
Okay, but you guys have been talking about using all 4 different things on your map. You don't have, I'm not asking if you have it finalized yet. I'm asking, have you been talking about using all 4 things and where you need to use them? Okay. Like I said, Lucas, it may make more sense for you to be doing this on your own since you started it on your own yesterday. Grace, it might make more sense for you to go back through, watch yesterday's live science lesson video that I recorded and posted. And as you're watching the video, have another tab open with the worksheet, and then you can be doing yesterday's worksheets as you go. And then today's worksheets will make more sense after you do yesterday's.
Okay, because like I'm so lost after yesterday. Like I did that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, it helps if you're on the call with us and paying attention. It's hard for me to teach you if you're not on the call, bud. So it looked like you were on the call yesterday, Lucas, and we kept trying to talk to you and you wouldn't answer us. So like I don't know what happened yesterday, but I can't rewind and do an entire hour's lesson with just you at this point. I've got 20 other kids that are ready to move on, bud. So I'm moving on. So that's where I'm at this point. Like we've gone through this step by step, and if you had done yesterday's lesson on time, you would be ready for today's. That's literally all I can say at this point. Okay, Josie.
Me and Cameron are like nowhere ready. So can we like go back to the breakout and then?
Yeah, give me just. Yeah.
But then would we miss some of the mystery dog?
No, hang on. Well, I'm not going to put you in the breakout until I'm sure we're. Okay, I just want to click through a few of these.
Structural engineer. Tell about putting buildings on stilts.
Hang on. Grace, you can't what?
We can't. You didn't present.
Oh, my bad. I forgot. I didn't realize that when I turned on breakout rooms, it killed the presentation. I'm sorry. He was just showing a picture of the thing. So, guys, I need everybody to stop for a second and listen to me. Stop the planning, stop the talking with your teams, listen to me. Because everybody's kind of in a different place at this point. So I want to kind of make sure we're at least all like working towards the same goal and we're on the same page, okay? So the seawall person should have said, no matter if I had any amount of money, I wish I could build all 4 seawalls, right? And I'm sure the grasslands person said, I wish I could have all of them. And the stilts person probably wanted to use most of theirs, or at least for at least as many stars as there were. And I'm sure the levee person wanted to use most of their levees. But if you added up everything you originally wanted to use, we know it's going to be way more than $1 million. So this is what it's trying to say. At this point, that's where Doug is. Doug is like, if you used everything you originally said you wanted, it's going to be too much. Now, I know all of you guys are working on trying to figure out where you can make cuts to get yourself under budget. I'm positive everybody in the classroom is at that point right now. Cameron, thank you, Maggie, for raising your hand. Maggie, yes.
We are exactly at the right thing.
You're exactly at this point. So now you're ready to start making budget cuts.
We already made it. We're at exactly $1 million. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Listen carefully. Cam and Josie, are you working on budget cuts? Is that where you're at right now?
Yeah, but we can't really discuss.
I know. I'm going to put you in a breakout here in just a second. Okay. Let me look at the next one and see what he says.
$1 million seems like a lot of money, but I'm guessing you spent more than that. Now you have to figure out how to lower costs to under $1 million. Discuss how your team can spend less money and still save all the historic buildings. Look at your maps. Do you really need all the solutions? Write your cost-saving ideas on question number 8 of your budget sheet. We have some hints for you on the next slide. But spend a minute or two discussing what you think before looking at our hints.
All right, I'm gonna. You guys, most of you have already been working on this part for a while, trying to cut your budget. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you the hints, okay? So listen carefully. Oops. Maggie.
For question number 8.
Okay, so looking at those hints, are some buildings protected by more than one solution? Then you don't need both types of solution to protect that one building. If it is covered by more than one building, or more than one type, pick whichever the cheaper type of protection is. Does that make sense? If you've got seawalls and grasslands, the grasslands are cheaper, right? And they go in about the same place. So think about that. Okay. So discuss, see if you can get your costs down.
Now that you have some ideas, try them out. Put the paper flood solutions on the master plan map. Move them around until you have a plan you like. You can use the back of the budget sheet to figure out the cost of your new plan. Can you save all the historic buildings for $1 million or less?
Okay, so you have a final plan map, and that's the one where you can combine all of your different plans on and put your things on there to make sure that they're all covered, okay? All right, Josie, Cam, I will put you back in a breakout. And in the class, I know you guys are working hard on this to get your numbers down. You have to whisper because I've got to talk to Grace and Lucas because they are behind, okay? Breakout rooms.
This map, can we glue it? If we have a final Hey, Joe,
Yeah,
could you tell me again? So we need how many seawalls? How many seawalls do you think we will
we're only
need?
doing one since they're super expensive.
Okay,
Plus, we have my wetlands, and we're
one
only
seawall,
doing one wetland.
one wetland.
So then that, with those two, that's $500,000.
Okay.
And then we're doing 4 levees because there are a lot of special monuments that have them on the riverside.
Uh-huh.
So then with 4 of them, that's $200,000. And then we're doing 2 of the on the stilts, and those are the city hall and the mayor's house. So that's $300,000. So then we have exactly $1 million.
Perfect.
Okay. Is she gonna come back?
I
Maybe
don't know.
go back to the breakout and she'll come. I don't know if she's come back.
So you nervous about the social studies test?
Wait, did I just join your guys' breakout room?
She didn't come on to ours. I don't know. I'm gonna be right back. Give me a sec. Alright, sorry. What was your question?
Oh, I was just wondering if you're nervous for the social studies test. I always get nervous for tests.
I know it's like one of those nervous where you feel like you're gonna do good, but then you feel like you're going to do horrible, and it just makes you smile, but then be like, oh my gosh. So I'm very excited. I think I'm ready. I've studied a lot. Plus, we learned and read a lot about it. So, and from what she read yesterday, they may be hard, but I mean, if we miss one, I mean, no, we're smart.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about it. Have you studied a lot?
Oh yes, I've practiced a bunch of times with my mom, so that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Alright, so what did she send us on Seesaw? I'm checking. Okay, so did you see that she sent us a Saving Beach Town thing? Engineering and engineering solutions reference?
No, I haven't checked that out.
Because she sent us it, and it's one of those assignments that just says photo, drawing, video, link, note, upload. But then in the instructions, she sent us the cutout stuff. I don't see why we need that. Maybe to see like what they look like. Oh, no, it's to see what they do. So mine are on page 1 and yours are on page 2.
Okay.
Oh, and yesterday whenever you asked, how do I do the emoji? You right click and then at the very top it says emoji and then you click on that with your like on the left and then it just tells you like it asks you which emoji and it shows all of the different ones.
Well, I know how to get to it, but I don't know how to like So whenever it gets to like the faces, how do you make it scroll sideways so you can see the rest of the faces? Because it only.
Oh, so you just click it and then drag it. That was so annoying to me.
Click.
Okay, so this is final plan for town council. Do we do that? Yeah, okay.
All right. I am back from helping those guys. Do you guys have your final plan kind of put together?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, class.
Yes.
All of us, we're back together now. I need everybody to listen. Let me find where we were at. Here we go. Let me present again. Yes, Grayson. Okay. All right, guys. Class. You are now not talking. You are listening to Miss Bab and Mystery Doug. And if I see one more thing, you owe me 5 minutes of recess. I'm done. I'm teaching. I don't want to see things flying across the room. This is enough, guys. Come on. All right. Those of you that are here in person, on your final plan, if you wanted to glue it down to that final map, you can.
Decide on your final plan. Use gummy dots to stick paper flood solutions in place on your map, like this.
I don't have gummy dots, but I have glue sticks.
Fill in the final plan worksheet with the team's help.
All right. If you haven't already done this step, do it. Has most of you done this, though? If you haven't, you glue stick down your final plan. Glue stick down your final plan. And if you did this, then you're ahead.
On one of the papers or all?
The one I just gave you at the very end is called Final Plan. The one that says Final Plan. I handed this to you and I said, this is for your team to share. It says Final Plan. That's where you're going to glue your final solution down. And stapled to that final plan is the page that Mystery Doug is showing you right now, where you're just going to write about what it's going to actually cost and whatnot. All right. So if you are done with that, let me just go ahead and hit next to see what he says.
If you're working in a class, now's your chance to see what other teams have done. Your teacher will tell you how. Did other teams have ideas you didn't think of? Here are some questions to discuss after looking at other plans. Be sure to watch the final video.
All right, guys. So we're not going to walk around the room today. I just want you guys to get your plans finalized today. We will finish up with the last little section of video at the start of tomorrow. And you guys are going to be so pumped about tomorrow. It's an experiment. And we're actually going to like legit build Beach Town. And then we're going to legit flood Beach Town.
That reminds me.
Yeah, we're staying here.
That reminds me of something. There's this one funny video I watched, and it's a Try Not to Laugh Impossible. A little toddler pushes a car.
All right. So
A toy car off of a ledge, and he looks at it. He's like, ha 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 ha.
all right.
Because he kills the car.
Okay, guys, finalize your plans. Cam and Josie, if you've got everything finalized, you girls are good to go. When we come back, listen carefully. I am going to tell you this. When we come back at 12:30, we are, instead of starting with writing, we are going to start with the social studies test. And then when you get done with the test, then you can spend the rest of your day working on your rough drafts for writing. Make sense? So finish up your plan. And then if your plan is finished, I will take the finalized plan.
You missed that. Could you put us
Do what?
Can you please put us into a breakout room so we can finalize the
Double check. Yeah.
Here's our finalized.
Josie, yeah.
I want to know, it says there's a science quiz. Do we do that?
No, don't do that. Don't do
Okay. Is that for tomorrow? Or do I just send it in blank?
that. No, just ignore it. I'm going to delete it and make it go away. Okay, if you refresh, it should not be there anymore, Josie. And now I will put you back in a breakout room.
These are my tissues.
Is that box empty? In the cabinet that has like nonfiction, fiction, autobiography.